Hi everyone, welcome back to Saint Art, where we make drawing fun, simple, and totally beginner-friendly. If you've ever thought, I don't have talent or I can't draw, no problem. You can still draw chibi anime characters and enjoy the process. Trust me, I'm a total beginner myself, and tracing has been an absolute lifesaver for me. So grab your tablet, pencil, or whatever you've got, find a comfy spot, and let's dive into how anyone, even with zero experience, can start drawing chibi anime. We'll also talk about why tracing is such a fantastic tool to get started. Why chibi anime is a great starting point. Let's start with this. Why focus on chibi anime? Well, chibi characters are just so adorable. They're simple, less detailed, and a lot less intimidating than full-size characters. Chibis are known for their exaggerated proportions. Think huge heads, tiny bodies, and minimal details. That simplicity is perfect for beginners like us. One of the best things is you don't have to stress over complicated anatomy or intricate features. Instead, you get to focus on fun shapes and playful poses. Plus, chibi characters are full of personality. Their expressive faces and playful designs make them so much fun to customize. Step 1, starting with tracing. Now, let's talk about tracing, because tracing is your best friend when you're starting out. Let's be honest, drawing freehand can feel overwhelming, especially if you're new. That's where tracing comes in to save the day. Tracing helps you understand the basics, shapes, proportions, and even line work, without the pressure of getting everything perfect right away. Think of it like training wheels for your drawing. It's a safe and supportive way to practice. Over time, as you trace more and more, you'll build the confidence to draw independently. When I first started tracing, it made such a huge difference. For example, I learned that a chibi's head is often a perfect circle, and their hands are simplified into mitten-like shapes. These small details seem so complicated at first, but tracing broke it all down to manageable steps. It's such a great way to focus on learning one thing at a time. Benefit number 1, boosting your confidence. As a beginner, confidence is one of the hardest things to build. Let's face it, it's easy to look at your first attempts and feel discouraged, but tracing lets you skip a lot of that frustration. Instead of worrying about struggling with shapes, you can dive straight into the fun part, creating something you're proud of. When you finish tracing your first chibi character and see how adorable it looks, it's such a confidence boost. It makes you want to keep going, and that motivation is exactly what we need when we're starting out. Benefit number 2. Learning proportions the easy way. One of the coolest things about chibi characters is their unique proportions. They've got those big, oversized heads and tiny, cute bodies. By tracing, you'll start to understand how these proportions work naturally. For instance, the head of a chibi character might be 1/3 or even half of their entire height. That's so different from realistic characters, right? Their eyes are placed lower on the face, which gives them that youthful, innocent look. When you trace, you're not just copying lines, you're absorbing these proportions. Over time, it becomes second nature to know where to place the eyes, the mouth, and even their cute little hair tufts. Benefit number 3, building muscle memory. Now let's talk about muscle memory. Each time you trace, your hand is learning the motions of drawing. This builds muscle memory, which is a key skill for artists. Think of it like practicing scales on a piano. You're training your hands to be more precise and steady. If you've ever felt like your lines are wobbly or uneven, tracing is a fantastic way to improve. Over time, your hand becomes steadier, and you'll notice that drawing starts to feel more natural and comfortable. Step 2, adding your own touch. Once you've traced the basic outline of your chibi character, it's time to customize it. Maybe you want to add bright, fun colors, or give your character a cool hairstyle or funky accessories. Maybe they need a cute hat, a scarf, or even a magical wand. Why not? This is where your creativity gets to shine. Even though you've started with a traced outline, your personal touches make the character unique. It's also a great way to start developing your own art style while still having the safety net of a traced base. Benefit number 4, exploring art styles. Another amazing thing about tracing is that it lets you explore different art styles, whether it's anime-inspired, cartoonish, or something entirely your own. Tracing gives you a chance to observe and learn from other artists. For example, Some artists might use bold, clean lines, while others might prefer soft, sketchy strokes. By tracing their work, you get to experiment with these techniques and figure out what feels right for you. Step 3. Enjoying the process. And the most important thing, enjoy the process. Tracing takes away so much of the stress that comes with learning to draw. You're not aiming for perfection, you're just having fun and creating something cute and fun. Art should be a relaxing and rewarding experience, especially when you're just starting out. Tracing helps you focus on the joy of creating without the fear of making mistakes. Tracing equals learning. Now let's clear something up. Tracing is not cheating, it's a learning tool. Think of it like copying a recipe when you're learning to cook. You're following a guide to understand the process. Over time, as you trace more and more, you'll naturally develop the skills and confidence to draw freehand. Tracing is just the beginning of your art journey, not the end. You can do this. So remember, everyone starts somewhere. You don't need talent or prior skills to start drawing. All you need is the willingness to try and have fun. Tracing gives you the perfect starting point to explore your creativity and grow as an artist. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been inspired to start tracing and drawing chibi anime characters, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Saint Art for more beginner-friendly tips and tutorials. Let's keep learning and creating together. See you in the next video. The reason you don't have friends is because you shove them away. Momo Ayase.